8, 10. Okay, this is a little disclaimer. A little disclaimer here. Just show and tell. And guess how much these are? Very, very inexpensive. I don't know how they can sell them for so inexpensive. But a little Nissan book here. This is my electric blanket. Don't leave home without it. This electric blanket is excellent. It's the cheapest one on Amazon, and it works wonders. The setup is not too shabby. This button here controls the hours, how many hours you want it to run. You can run up to 10 hours, 2 hours, or whatever. See, I got it on 2 hours. So in 2 hours it'll shut off, or you can go 3, 4. So that's pretty, you can do it in the dark. That's what I'm saying. And you can feel your way to here. So this one turns the power up. And then it doesn't keep going, so that's good. Because if you're doing this at night, you can just go all the way up and it's turned up all the way. So that's good engineering. And then this one turns it down. So, if you keep push it all the way, it's all the way down. So that's good engineering. And then this one turns it off. Just thought I'd let you know that. But yeah, in this cold place, electric blanket, I buy electric blanket every year. All these blankets that I got right here, I've got like probably 6 or 7 of them. They're all electric blankets. And I've taken them cross country. They've gone through, rough treatment in a 18-wheeler. And one of them still worked this year. I plugged it in and it still worked. It's hard to believe. But yeah, so I got this one on Amazon. It's pretty nice. So I will turn off this heater so that it's not so loud and crowd. But before I do that, let me check the signal, because the main phone is on the floor. So I just had that sweet potato. I didn't know that sweet potatoes were so easy to make. And so I just had the rest of that sweet, I had that big of a piece left, so I cooked it. And it works pretty damn good. But I think I better go brush my teeth real quick. Brush my teeth real fast. Let me just check my signal. Where's the signal? So it's Sunday. I didn't even know it was Sunday when I was down there making that video earlier this morning. I thought it was Monday. So here's my channel. I'll check my signal. Oh wow. I thought there was going to be a whole bunch of people. There's only a few. Ibrahim Doberman. Howdy. So my signal seems okay, but I think it needs to be a little bit better. So I'm going to put it up on the, but I got to brush my teeth because I got this one tooth and it's got kind of like, I need to go to Dennis Network. Just 1 second. Yeah, them sweet potatoes, those jokers are sweet. And I put some molasses in it too. The molasses, that's the kicker. That molasses is good. Is that what they put in black licorice? Because it kind of tastes like black licorice. I have to ask AI. Hopefully AI won't lie. You know, AI's been lying about a lot of stuff. I don't know if you know that or not. Okay, so I see a bunch of people in here. Don't have a lot to talk about, but I want to contribute, so I've got just a few things I want to contribute to the world. First thing I'll contribute is, do you know what the 5 most popular languages are in Minnesota? Do you know what the 5 most languages are in the United States? Well, you can go ask AI, it'll tell you. But first, let me turn this off. I think you'll be surprised. And the reason why I say that is because before I say anything, let me make this little disclaimer, okay? I want to make one little disclaimer that I'm talking about Kevin Trudeau. But I want to make a disclaimer. I'm not saying that everything he says that I'm 100% behind it, okay? The one book that he wrote on the best diet, which is supposed to be the Simeon's diet. It's from Europe. I don't believe that book at all. Okay? That's just my honest opinion. I'm not saying that I'm endorse everything he does. Nobody has all the answers, but I do endorse, I do promote his #1 best-selling book. And I also am on board with the self-help books and self-help book and motivational CDs that he recommends. Okay, I'm totally on board with that. But that diet book, I don't know what's up with that book, but I think that book discouraged a lot of people. Okay? And so that's some hell of a karma. Right? I'm not saying that I know if it's good or not. I'm just saying that, you know, if you get your hopes up on something and you're let down, and someone is responsible for that, that's a hell of a karma. Okay, so that's just my little disclaimer. Now, seeing the world 10 years from now. If you want to know what I'm talking about, John Lennon was singing about this, right? About a better world. And I think it's a possibility that that's where we are heading. And if you want to know about that, there's no way you have not watched the documentary Thrive. Tell me, please do not tell me, please tell me that you have, no, please don't tell me that you have not watched the documentary Thrive. There's no way you have not watched the documentary by Forrest and Kimberly Gamble, the documentary Thrive. What on earth will it take? There's Thrive 1 and Thrive 2. Okay? And if you haven't watched that, you've been living under a rock. And so they talk about this. The reason why we are not in this utopia is because of some greedy people. Like number one, when the hydraulics was invented. When hydraulics was invented, this took all the work out of heavy duty construction and other things. This should have benefited mankind. But you go try and buy a tractor with hydraulics. Okay? You have to be a millionaire. And because these people took ownership of it. They bought the rights to it. So instead of all of humanity benefiting from this, well, we all do in a way. Because the roads that were built, we all get to use the roads and stuff. But a few dominant men, 1%, are the ones who hogged up all of the benefits of the hydraulics and all kinds of other stuff. All kinds of stuff that people don't even question about. Okay? But if this is what Tupac was talking about also, if these billionaires would stop being so freaking greedy and hoarding up all the money and start sharing the wealth, then this world would be a better place. This is what John Lennon was talking about. This is what Tupac was talking about. Okay. And this is basically what the documentary Thrive is talking about. Okay. And so seeing the world in 10, 20 years, hopefully it will be a better place. And that would mean that the dirty, filthy mofos that are lying to the people, making the people sick, profiting off of the misery of humanity will be exposed and be taken care of by the people. But the people have to know what's going on, and they don't. Okay? And so to get the people to know what's going on so they will deal with this and bring these evil devils down expose them and get rid of them. What's happening now is it's going on because of a book that Kevin Trudeau put out there. Not his other one that I just told you about, but his #1 best-selling book. Because of this book, all these people who are on YouTube now, the stuff they're talking about and exposing is because of that book that Kevin Trudeau wrote about 25 years ago. And let me see, do I got another phone I can find out? I don't know what year the book came out, but anyway, so because of that book, now when you walk into Walmart, all of these things that he was talking about in that book 25 years ago, I think it was 25 years ago. Let me see. The signal looks good. I don't think I'll have to put it up there. There's only 2 people in here. Zoe Rapper. And okay, whatever. Okay, so how's that signal looking? Signal looks kind of okay, but let me put it on the, let me put it up on the windowsill. There you go. Maybe I'll get a better signal there. Okay, so let me find out when the book was written, because the book is sitting out in my car. Okay, hold on. Whoa, what the heck? Subconscious mind is playing tricks on me. When was Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About by Kevin Trudeau first published? (2005). It's not 25 years ago, so it's 26. It's like 19 years ago. (2026 minus 2005). 21 years ago. It was 21 years ago, and now it is finally starting to catch on. And that's why we have organic tortillas now. I think these just hit the market this year. We have organic tortillas. We have all these organic things in Walmart. And there's more and more being added every day. And so that was 2005 that it was written. And for like 18 years, nobody turned it into Spanish. What does that say about the human race? They are dumb as a pile of rocks. This is dumb for reals. The people are really dumb. 18 years and nobody translated it into the Spanish language. I mentioned this about, what was it, 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago that I mentioned it. And I just saw it right now. It is in Spanish. The cover of it looks terrible. but it is in Spanish. It was first published in, I think it was 24. So 24, 20, yeah, it was published in 24. Kevin Trudeau's #1 book, best-selling book, New York Times, 26 weeks straight in a row, um, is available in Spanish. So me being the civil rights activist that I am, I will attempt to order the book so that I can show it to you, so that the word will get out to the Hispanic community, because Spanish is the second most spoke language in the United States. Third is Chinese, then Tagalog, which is also in Minnesota. And so I was also wondering, why did all the foreigners, I was surprised that it wasn't actually different languages, a different language. I guess what's going on here in Fresno County is only going on here in Fresno County. But I was like, why? What attracted so many foreigners to Minnesota? This is odd. It attracted Russians, Norwegians, people from Norway, Somalia, Vietnam, basically, Hmong. And that's strange, because Vietnam, Hmong, these areas are tropical weather, right? And Russia and Norwegian, that's snow weather. So why did everybody go to Minnesota? What's going on over there? Why didn't they come to California? That's strange. But yeah, the main languages in Minnesota are different than all these other places. I'm like, why did they all go up there? What's going on? That's kind of weird. But anyhow, I think that getting this information to the Spanish speaking community will take us to a better humanity in the future. Hopefully, in the next decade, 1 or 2 decades, we'll get there and expose this evil, freaking corrupt bullshit that Kevin Trudeau exposed in his book. Why do you think they put him in prison camp for almost 10 years? And if you want to find out, don't go on the internet, because you're going to read nothing but bullshit. How do you think they got away with this? Okay, but the information that he put out there was not for naught, because you can see everybody talking about this stuff now. Where do you think they found out about it? It was from that book. 25 million copies sold. How do you think I found out about it? Well, I was reading him and Hulda Clark at the same time. And then I found out about Barry Lyons. If you want to really know what's going on, you have to read Barry Lyons. But one of his book, his best book that I was promoting like a decade ago, it went from non-existent on Amazon to there was hundreds of these books, $3, $4. Now they're back off the market. His best-selling book, I mean his best book, the one that starts off and it says what James Watson said. James Watson was one of the guys who discovered the DNA sequence, and that was his best book. But there's still other books out there. Okay, he's got a few other books if you want to look for him on Amazon. His name is Barry Lynes, Barryllynes. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do for the people. I'm going to order this book that is written in Spanish so that you can see it with your own eyes. Okay? And this is what will take us to a better place. Because these evil devils, what they're doing is beyond belief. You can't even speak it. It is so bad. If you read the books, you'll start connecting the dots together and you'll realize the implications of this. Okay? Before, the people who were in this industry, I'm not saying they're all bad, but they got themselves into something that is bogus. They're making millions of dollars off an industry that is freaking bogus and jacked up. And so there's a lot of people who don't want it to be exposed. A lot of people who are sitting in nice, big, beautiful houses and people roll the red carpets out for them. They're respected in their community. They don't want it to be exposed. And so I will look for the book tonight. See where it's on Amazon, but I did see it. Okay. So now I had made a comment earlier. I made a comment yesterday on the battery technology. And by the way, I don't know if you've heard this or not. Okay. I don't know if Electric Viking has mentioned it or not, but the solid state battery is in a car already. And the name of the manufacturer, they beat everybody to the punch. The name of the manufacturer is Cherry. I think Geely makes them, I'm not sure, but the name of the company is Cherry, and they beat everybody to the punch. They've got them in the cars already, and they're already producing them or something. I'll find out exactly, okay? The solid state battery wasn't supposed to be released until 27 or 28. And they've been saying this forever and ever, that it's going to be in this date, it's going to be this year, it's going to be this year. The latest one was 27 or 28, and Cherry just came out and they say they have it already. It's already going into the cars, and so I'll find out more information on this, because that battery is going to revolutionize everything. Right now what they're using, the cars that are getting ready to go over to Canada are EREVs, and these are pretty good. These are pretty damn good. It's a good idea, because you have your electric car, just a regular electric car, but it has a built-in standby generator. Okay, so that's a good idea. And until the solid state batteries get released, and when technology gets so far advanced that you don't need those generators no more. I don't know when that will be. But for right now, yeah, that's a damn good idea. Have an onboard generator. I talked about this a while back. But yeah, the name brand of the car is Cherry. Okay? Cherry with the C. And I'll find out more information about it and find out exactly what's going on with it. Okay, yeah, so yesterday I had talked about the LiFePO 4 batteries. These are lithium iron phosphate batteries, as opposed to the other lithium, which is manganese, cobalt, and something else. So I had said that the only difference is that the LiFePO 4 is more safe, and that's not true. It charges, it has more cycles. The old technology, it only recharges up to like 1,000 times, 500 to 1,000 times, 500 to 1,000 cycles life. And the LiFePO 4 has 2,000 to, I think it's 5,000 or 10,000. So that's way, way better. And and that's about it. So it has more life, and it's more safe. But if this cherry thing goes, takes off, it's going to obsolete these batteries. So we won't even have to worry about that. Because the solid state battery right now, the batteries we have, the amount of storage capacity they have is like 200 watts per kilogram, 200 watt hours per kilogram. And the solid state goes up to like, I'm pretty sure it goes up to like 800 watts per kilogram. So that's 3 times more powerful for the same volume or weight, how much it weighs. It's 3 times more powerful. So that's pretty damn good. Because right now, you can get one battery, a 1,000 watt hour battery, right? The size of a car battery. So that just turned into 3,000 watts. 3,000 watt hour out of that battery. So that's pretty damn good. So I'll keep you up to speed on that automobile Cherry, which will probably be going to Canada. But Canada, I'm pretty damn sure they're going to be bringing in the ER EVs, extended range, because it's so damn cold up there. So damn cold, you have to have that standby generator, right? So that's a good deal. And so I'm thinking about investing in some clothes. Get me some clothes so that I don't look like a bum. And because I'm thinking about riding the bus. Because I've got to go do something in Fresno, and my car has limited range. And so if you have to stop and charge the car, it's going to take you 4 hours to get to do anything in Fresno. Okay? And so if it's going to take that long, why not just hop on the bus? Right? Because that's how long the bus takes. And so I was trying to read the schedule. I couldn't figure out the schedule. And so now, after taking the bus, this last thing that I did, I had to get my car. I had to take the bus over to rent the car, then take the car back and take the bus back home, back to Avenel. And I had my car parked right there by the post office. That's where the bus stop is. Well, today I finally figured out how to interpret the bus schedule. And in so doing, it occurred to me that I don't have to figure out how to go over here to Hanford and switch over and go over to Fresno when I can just take my car down to Coalinga, park the car there, and take the bus straight to Fresno. Right? They've got a Fresno County bus in Coalinga, which is 17 miles from here. Technically, this is Coalinga where I live, but I'm only 3 miles from the township of Avenel, which is Kings County. So I could just drive my car down to Coalinga, which is in Fresno County, and just take the bus straight to Fresno. It goes straight to Fresno. It only makes a couple stops, on the way up there, several stops. And then it hits Fresno, and then it goes to different places in Fresno. And once I'm on Blackstone, I can just catch the bus straight up the road to where I need to go. And then turn right back around and walk right back down there, or take the bus back down Fresno, Blackstone. That's where the hub is. And at 3 p.m., it comes back to Coalinga, straight back to Coalinga. Just a few stops on the way. So it ends up taking like 3 hours to get up there and 3 hours to get back. So I figure I'd have get some clothes and, and so we're going into spring now. The 17th is actually the new year according to the moon calendar. And this is Chinese New Year. And from what I heard, they celebrate for 1 month. I think there's some things going on in other parts of the country that we don't even know about. We thought we were the hot shit on the silver platter. No, 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 no. We're just a cold turd in a Dixie cup compared to what's really going on out there. They've been lying to our ass. They were telling us we were hot stuff, right? These people party for a whole month celebrating New Year's. I think it's a month, 2 weeks or something like that. I don't know. And yeah, it's 17th, February 17th, right after Valentine's Day, is Chinese New Year. And this year is the year of, what's the year of it? Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's I think it's my sign, the horse. Let me see. What is the new year, Chinese New Year? What zodiac sign is coming up on February 17th? Chinese New Year 26. The lunar year falls on February 17th. The horse. It's my year. I'm a horse in Chinese zodiac. Me and David Icke were born on the same day, but only his Chinese zodiac, because it goes by the year you were born, his Chinese zodiac is dragon, and I'm a horse. Who else was dragon? There was somebody else. I just found out who was a dragon. I don't remember. But anyway, so Yeah, so I'm thinking about get myself some clothes or at least wash my pants. Go down and wash the clothes so that I can ride the bus up to Fresno and take care of what I need to take care of. Um, and so also, I wanted to mention something um, about fairness and equality. I think what's hindering us, besides all the evilness um, and the reptilian shapeshifters, aka Lucifer and the fallen angels, the extraterrestrials who are running the show, besides all of that, um, besides all of that, I think what's hindering us is if if it's humans that are implementing justice and it's not all dominated by um, extraterrestrials, aka Lucifer and the fallen angels. Um, I told you my theory was that if there are any humans in these agencies, like CEOs of multinational corporations and people like judges, people implementing judges, people implementing justice in the courtrooms, if it is infested with these devils, Lucifer and the fallen angels, the extraterrestrials, then the humans among them, I said my theory was they have to be a sociopath, okay? Because a sociopath doesn't care what you think about them. They could care less. 1 in 25 people, this is according to stuff that I read, 1 in 25 people is a sociopath, and these people make good CEOs. That's why I think that if there are any, because the extraterrestrials have telepathy, and a sociopath doesn't care what you think about it. They can look you straight to your face, right? Even knowing what you're thinking, they don't care. And but I think our dilemma may be that let's forget about that. Let's just suppose that these judges are humans. Okay? You know that the justice system is a freaking joke, right? Personally, I believe that these people, these freaking thugs, okay, who go out and do these horrendous things, I think you have to be freaking stupid to put these people in prison, set up this whole freaking prison system, which is freaking bogus. It's just siphoning all the money out to to do this. You know how stupid that is? Look at the Black Panther Party. Okay? Let me show you how stupid the freaking prison system is. The prison system sentenced Geronimo Pratt to 10 years in prison for smoking a joint, a marijuana joint. Send him 10 years to prison. That's how stupid it is. It's even worse now. I think these people who are doing this horrendous stuff to people, you know what kind of crap they're doing out there, should be put in front of a freaking firing squad, and that's the end of it. Right? And so the criminal justice system is a freaking joke. Okay? And, well, I think what's hindering us, even though this one chick, Susan Bassey, she's out in San Jose, she's trying to expose some of these clowns. Okay? She's out there. You gotta give it up to her for that. Okay? Susan Bassey on YouTube. She's out there trying. And but I think what's holding us back, humanity, from any type of justice is the judges in the courtrooms. If you look back at Fred Hampton, what happened to Fred Hampton? This was a whole big thing on court. You know, they reenacted everything. They making a big deal out of it when they didn't do freaking diddly squat, dude. All they were doing is selling newspapers. Okay? And nobody even got a slap on the wrist. That's how dumb the people are. And nobody, well, they're animals too, because they could care less. They're selfish. They're like selfish freaking slob freaking pigs. Like animals. They don't care about justice. They only care about themselves. That's why we're in the predicament we're in. And you look at all that stuff that went on in the court. Okay, they had their cameras there, but they only showed you what they wanted you to see. Okay? The courts is supposed to be open to the public. So why don't they allow you to show the public by turning your phone on? It's supposed to be open to the public. I think what's hindering us are judges who have some type of psychological complex. They don't want to be embarrassed by being exposed who you really are. Right? What goes on in the courtroom, that person is a king in that courtroom. But the live stream will expose them for who they really are. And they fear being exposed because they feel powerful, like the devil. Right? This is one of the most atrocious things in our national religion, in our holy scriptures. This is one of the most atrocious things that you could be. Have pride, right? And this is what those judges have in there. They think they're powerful, and the live stream will expose them for what they really are. So this is what's hindering us. It's the judges forbidding live stream cameras, live stream video from the public when these court proceedings are supposed to be public in the first place. They're the ones screwing everything up because of their inferiorities. Okay? And so that's why we need live stream in the courtrooms. And that's what Susan Bassey is trying to do. Okay? And for us to, have some type of justice. Because right now there is no justice. And so anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you. And make sure you watch the documentary Thrive. And Wheelie D Live a few hours ago commented on Orange Man that over in Europe, they're saying that Orange Man was doing this or that with the young girls. And well, I commented on there. I said, well, I said, this has been going on since the dawn of time. Okay. And so, you know, I'm like, I'm thinking, what the hell is wrong with all you people? David Icke has been telling you for freaking 20 years what these mofos are doing. He names them by name. That's nothing what they're reporting on. It's in chapter 16 in The Biggest Secret by David Icke. And these people act like they haven't read it. They can't be that dumb. Okay, now this book here also, I personally think it should be written in Chinese. Okay? I'm just thinking. But it is available in Spanish. Okay? I don't know how the Chinese will react to it, to tell you the truth. I don't really understand the culture. I've never been to China. If I had experience in China, maybe I could have some inkling to how they would react to it. Okay, but I think that it should be available in the Japanese language and the Chinese language. Okay, that's just what I think. But it is available in Spanish. I think this will wisen the people up because a lot of people are not educated. Okay, they're educated off Oprah Winfrey and The View, and this is a terrible, terrible thing, and sad and pathetic. This book is available in Spanish, and it is titled El Mayor Secreto. Mayor or Mayor, I can never remember. Okay, El Mayor Secreto by David Icke. Okay, and the other book by Kevin Trudeau, I just found out 2 years ago, 2024, somebody put it into Spanish. So I'm going to look right now for that book so that I can show you this. Thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to share these things, get on my soapbox. You know, everybody loves to get on their soapbox and give their opinion. And that's what I'm doing. Okay. And so thanks for tuning in. Signing out from the San Joaquin Valley in California. And we'll talk to you again. Thanks for leaving the comment, everybody. Thanks for hitting that like button. I really appreciate that. And thank you very much for leaving comments. Zoe Huntrix, rapper. And I see a few people left some naughty comments, but I ain't gonna read them right now. Why should I? Okay. Talk to you later.